And I think we're live. We are live. Oh my goodness, that's very stylish there. And we are live talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, the global phenomenon. We are joined by Chai Sarji. How are you doing, Chai?
I'm good. How are you, fanboy?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. You know, we are here, or I wouldn't be doing this, but for you pushing me to see this movie.
Well, I don't really think I need to push anyone to go see this phenomenon that's going on in pop culture, K-pop culture, but pop culture altogether.
Ah, so if you're watching live, thank you for being here. If you're watching later, thank you for being here. Post in the comments. Would love to continue the dialogue with you.
And
We are
if you're
talking.
not watching, shame on you.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly. Exactly. So, this is our review live stream about K pop Demon Hunters, and it is available on Netflix right now, obviously, and you can hear it on Spotify, breaking all kinds of records. We have a few topics that we've already outlined of what we want to cover, but let's
mhm.
talk about the overall impressions of the movie. What did you think of K-pop Demon?
Okay. So initially, I started watching it because of the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, okay, it's an animated movie. It kind of looks like the Into the Spider Verse kind of like vibe, which it was from Sony
Mhm.
Pictures, who did do that thing. Uh,
Yes.
um, and so in the beginning, I was thinking, wow, this is kind of cool. And then when the second song came on, Soda Pop, I'm like, all right, this is stupid. I mean, this is just like they're singing about my little soda pop. I mean, oh my god! And then I kind of like turned it off. I thought that
Oh
this was
wow.
like a joke. And then I sort of just like the song itself, just sort of like kept in playing over and over in my head. And I was actually doing the shoulder thing, and so I rewatched it. I'm like, oh my god, it's like it kept growing on me and growing on me. And then the more I researched it, and then the more I, really dissected the movie, I'm like, this is freaking brilliant. Not only the animation, the storyline, history between about the storyline, and the music itself. I was like hooked, and I kept watching it over and over and over and over again. How about you, Greg? Fanboy G.
I loved let's see. I was not going to see this movie. It was showing up in my Netflix feed. I saw the thumbnail, and I just wasn't going to see it. And then we have a group text with our
Mm-hmm.
buddies, and you said you got to see K-pop Demon Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think for me, at least looking at the title, I remember seeing like the promotional stuff in the feed. It's coming soon or coming in June, I think, when it first released. I
Mm-hmm.
thought, oh, this is a money grab, right? Because it's like K-pop and demons, and so I just had a jaded view of the
Mm-hmm.
title.
Mm-hmm.
But I am also now more actively conscious that in our generation, we watched a series called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it should be ridiculous. Like, well, what the heck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And nonetheless, it by itself, global phenomenon, comics, cartoons, movies, toys, all
Yeah.
of it across decades. Um, so I was out in Chicago, 3 weeks ago now. I think I was out there, and I figured,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch K-pop Demon Hunters on my phone on the flight back, and um, as the movie went on, I was hooked. I
Mm-hmm.
was truly hooked. Um, I do enjoy musicals. I wouldn't say I love musicals necessarily,
Yeah.
but I do enjoy them. I do enjoy musicals, and for me, what sealed the deal was what it sounds like. And with that song, I watched it over and over again on the plane, nonstop because it hit me on so many levels.
The song Free.
No. What it sounds like. So it's the
Oh,
last
this is
song.
what. Oh, so yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So with that song, I just watched it over and over again, and we'll get into favorite song and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that sealed the deal for me because I was seeing so much meaning in the lyrics
Yeah.
beyond the down the middle storyline,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what hooked me. So I think it works on many levels. A smart animated movie can appeal to kids as
Mm-hmm.
well as adults,
Mm-hmm.
but then when you wrap it around phenomenal music, it just works.
Yeah.
And so I do love it. That's why we're talking about it
I know, right? Cool.
So now I got to put on glasses because that's how it works here. And we have some comments already. And thank you, Mandarin, for writing in my favorite movie of the year. I downloaded it because I love it so much. And yes, so I don't know about you, but the songs I am watching YouTube videos or I've got it on my commute was on Spotify. I am consuming this music nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
heck yeah.
okay. And so I'm going to hop over one of Mandarin's comment because I think it'll come up later here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if so, Mandarin, if you're joining, post comments and we'll read some of them here. Yes, do need to cover off on the wow, Mandarin all over with I prefer it in animation. And yeah, I think it is absolutely motivating folks to explore more in Korean culture here. And thank you here, Mandarin. Just jumping to the last comment, Golden will win an Oscar. I'm calling it now. Yeah, I think that's absolutely a front runner
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about the story line. And this is not in our prepared topic areas, but
Mm-hmm.
favorite character, favorite arc, favorite moments. What clicks for you here?
All of it, actually.
All of
But
it.
I mean, for me, I like how they put in,
Yeah.
especially like Derpy,
Yeah.
those little like quiet moments where it's like you're just laughing because it's so like cute and adorable. Him in the
Yep.
pot, and then like the trash can, and like he just shows up and he's like, "Wah." And that's so funny. But I think also just the connectivity between all the characters and sort of like their backstories in a way, how they all kind of intertwine. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like, well, for me, uh, Meera
Oh yeah.
is like my favorite character. Just because she's so like, I don't know, like keeping it real, like not like all girly, but like still like in the group singing, but like I don't know, just her presence just gives a little something different, which I kind of like. You know, it's not like cutesy like anime, like K-poppy kind of style. It's sort of like, yeah, you know, like I'm bringing it. This is me. You know, that kind of vibe. So,
Her
but
voice is so low. The voice actress
yeah,
for Mira, she
yes,
brings it down an octave. And I've
and
seen the interviews where she intentionally lowered it down.
yeah, and here's the cool funny thing, segue
Uh,
a little bit,
yeah.
side segue, is that I'm going to Fan Expo
Hmm.
here in Illinois, and
Yep.
the voice actress for Mira will be there.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so I did sign up for an autograph with her.
That's amazing.
So I'm like, how could you not? You know? So
Right?
yeah, I know, right? I
Right.
mean, they're doing this circuit, like all these freaking interviews and stuff. I'm like, when am I gonna get it? Good. it's only going to get bigger,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
you look at like all these K-pop, like real K-pop singers, like some of the singers from BTS, and they have millions of followers, and they're like hyping over it. So you could just imagine like the big aura that's now spreading about this movie. So, what's your? Do you have like a favorite character, Fanboy G?
Well, so you took mine, so I got. maybe maybe I should have texted you about this earlier.
You can have the same one. It's all
No,
good.
but okay. Yes, I would say it's the Meera character too. That you don't. It's interesting with this movie. I'm gonna try to make some through lines to other recent movies. With this one, you don't really get much of an origin story for them.
No.
You're right there. It just starts. It just starts and goes. A different movie would have done. Here's the backstory for Rumi, right? Here's who her mother was and the demon father. You would have gotten that story, and then where did Meera and Zoe come from? I mean, you get a little bit of it, but it's like seconds of story. But for what you get with them in that brief amount of origin, is like each one of them has their own personality, so that each one of them is uniquely different. They each actually have their own baggage or things that they are working through. Where Rumi has the shame of her history, or the perceived shame of her identity, and then with Meera, the not feeling like she has a family, that she's not allowed to have a family, that she's viewed as the problem child. And then with Zoe, I don't think we get a lens into what is her thing, although we do hear that this compulsion of overly please people, or or something along those lines.
Between two worlds kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think there's also a speculation that maybe she's on the spectrum, and so maybe in the lyrics for what it sounds like, she references the colors inside her head. And so I've wondered, is that a reflection? Is that meant to indicate somebody who's on the spectrum? I don't know.
YouTube has so many theories, like deep thought, like overthinking, like the littlest things. And I'm like, maybe there's a touch of truth to that, but it's sort of like that's how we all interpret things, So.
Yeah, but so with Meera, love her character, love her demeanor, and also love the spear.
Yeah,
freaking badass. The action scenes, the fight scenes, the choreography. I've seen this movie 3 times now, and it's so well executed. It's so well done.
Yeah.
I really love it. Really love it. And so with her character, she stood out for me. There's a certain kind of, and this I think kind of segue to our next general topic area. There's a certain timeless aspect to K-pop Demon Hunters. Right? It's not a unique story necessarily about good and evil, right? People fighting against demons. Sometimes music is used as the device of the devil or something like that. You can think of the sirens. What is it? The Odyssey. You go back that far in time, or across centuries. You've got those stories. But then even more recently, Devil Went Down to Georgia. There's this dimension about music and fighting demons and other types of aspects that are truly timeless, which could diminish a story like this as being, well, we've kind of seen it before. But no, they elevate it to a level that is timeless. And this integration with the bringing in of Korean culture and imagery and mythology is fantastic. It's really a interesting dimension. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that Korean culture aspect?
I thought that the integration within the story. It's not like,
Mm.
oh, let's just bring in characters that, you know, have some semblance to Korean culture. These have definitive reasoning why they are in the story. You know, you have the Saja boys, which are sort of like the, you know, the what do you call it, the messengers. They don't kill anybody, but they bring the souls back to them. I forgot what's the same one as like American with the sickle.
The Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper. So they're like the Korean Grim Reapers. And
Mhm.
then the Hunmyun, you know,
Yep.
I mean, that also goes back to Korean culture, where there are ceremonies that kind of protect families with the Hunmyun. And they say that any weakness will sort of break that boundary, that like protection. So that was like pretty cool. Derpy and the bird. I
Yep.
mean, the tiger and the bird were characters from paintings that were related more towards the common people than the aristocrats. So the tiger was more cartoonish, portrayed as clumsy and like almost cartoonish like with his eyes and stuff. And I forgot what kind of bird it was.
It's a magpie.
Magpie. So yes, the magpie is also with the tiger in all these paintings, historical paintings back then. And I mean, there's other historical references in the clothing and like stuff like that. But to have that integrated with the movie, the significance is like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, you've gone more into the rabbit hole than I have. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. I on I think in my mailbox, I even have a bracelet coming.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah. Right. So I'm down that track
Nice.
right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Derpy the Tiger uh, is really wonderful as a character. I mean, it's not quite comic relief, but it
Right.
does it does lighten the level of seriousness. And
Hmm.
if anything, the way that Derpy is used is a little bit of the conscience for Jinu here. You know, to do that nudge to remind about the bracelet,
Hmm.
to not have to hear Guima in his head
Hmm.
and things. Um, and so, yeah, the Korean mythology aspect or Korean history and culture aspect is great. I
Hmm.
love the look of Seoul in the movie. I did get to go a couple of years back. It is a phenomenal place,
Mm.
and it is so modern that it's breathtaking.
Mm.
And to see the different styles and the culture and the color was just fantastic
Mm.
here. Oh, and let's get to comments. I'm sorry, we should we've gone to catch up a little bit with Mandarin. Yeah, all the songs have deep meaning. Meera is my fave. She's bluntly honest and my type of girl. She keeps it real, and yes, a badass. And love her voice. Not the yeah. That's right. They all have a different type of personality. Something that I was concerned about in the beginning of the movie.
Mm.
It's a style thing, um, because, and I think the style change. It doesn't change over time, but you see more of the exaggerated anime kind of style,
Yep.
you know, that it kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be my kind of movie, but they
Mhm.
moderate that over time. You don't
Yep.
see it as much. You do have the corn cob eyeballs that turn into popcorn. Like, what the heck is this? But but yeah, I don't know. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to get acclimated to it,
Mhm.
and then it ultimately works. But yeah, they're more fully fleshed out types of characters. And I brought, yes, you have to meet Meera. Yeah, absolutely. Um, okay, there is also a comic convention happening here in San Jose actually
Oh,
this weekend, and I've been seeing. Surely there must be somebody from K-pop. Nobody from K-pop Demon Hunters
really?
is coming to San Jose. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. A little disappointing. So I'm gonna do some other stuff instead this weekend.
Hmm.
Um. Okay, let's talk about favorite song. What's your favorite song in the movie?
Well, I mean, all of them are so good on
Yeah.
so many levels. I mean, I blast Soda Pop in the car
Mhm.
with the windows down. I don't freaking care, you know? But for me, I don't know, the song that really hit me was the one Free,
Mhm.
especially the lyric. I had to bring it up here. The lyric, um, shoot, I lost it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that line was like, shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, sorry. It was like ship. I said ship.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Um, I mean, we all carry stuff, and sometimes you carry it to the rest of your life, but it's mostly like, hey, it's the past. Try and be free,
Mhm.
and live. But but yeah, I love that one. I mean, Golden. It's my ringtone. uh, but yeah, there's just so many songs and poignant like situations that come up with the songs in the movies that it's like wow. But for me, I just love the Free because it's the song Free because it's like a duet between both of them, and they find that like continuity, that like connection between. So I don't know. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So how about you?
So let me ask, because there's like a two-part aspect to it. First question is, what's your favorite song? Second part is, what's your favorite lyric? Have you also answered your favorite lyric?
I believe so.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
I'll build on what you're saying. Um, I think why this movie works for kids and adults is that from a kid standpoint, down the middle, it's not a princess story
Mhm.
necessarily. It's not a superhero story necessarily.
Right.
But down the middle, three women fighting demons, singing songs makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yep.
But as an adult or a parent or somebody, there's a lot more happening in
Yeah.
it. You can
There's layers.
There's absolutely layers. And so the way that the movie was resonating for me as the two were talking, as Janu and Rumi were talking,
Mhm.
the demons inside are not just physical demons, or it's not just the metaphysical demons.
Right.
It's the struggles that we have as people.
Yeah.
It's it's the shame that one may feel. It's the reluctance to feel one's identity. It's that maybe I don't belong here, types
Mhm.
of things. To broaden it out, I'm going to do a little bit of faith for a moment. There's if from a faith standpoint, the notion of sin, and if everybody has sin, you could take it that route too. Um, but here, um, there's just so much deeper meaning, I think, in what the story is initially showing, maybe at the surface level.
Mhm.
So the lyric that I love, and it was like, and it was just sort of like all of these pieces that are making me love this movie more. The lyric in Free, where he says, "The imposter or the imposter and the monster inside my head," and it was like, that's a conscious word choice to refer to
Yes.
imposter syndrome
Yes.
that many people feel. And it's
Yeah.
like, wow,
You know what?
that.
I've never thought of that. I've never thought of that lyric in that way.
Uh-huh.
But now that it literally gave me goosebumps because I suffer from that
Mm-hmm.
imposter syndrome like daily being a
Mm-hmm.
creative. So
Yeah. I mean, and so to have the the lyrics are just so well crafted
yes.
across the board. You
Yes.
have the saccharine, fun of soda pop and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just keep on doing that for the rest of the live stream. Yeah, I might get a little bit tired, but
I can't stop now.
yeah. But again, with this, I'm just like I'm captivated by the song, and
Mhm.
there's so much happening in it. And I'm not smart enough because I'm also on this plane next to whoever it is, so I got like the other noise.
Yeah.
But when I heard the word imposter, it was
Mm.
like, oh my goodness, that I now love this movie a little bit more
Mhm.
for addressing that aspect.
Do you
Um,
think also
as well.
the word imposter means you're like putting on a face and hiding stuff so people don't see?
I think it's across many levels. I think it's in the context. I think it's addressing imposter syndrome, whether I belong here or the things that I feel that
Mhm.
prompt me to feel a certain way, or the
Mm.
demons, the voices inside my head telling me
Mhm.
I don't belong here and things like that. So there's so much happening in
Yep.
3 words
Yep.
in a song, right? Um, and I think it's absolutely right, where with the hiding the patterns and things, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's also the facade, the mask
Mhm.
uh, that we may put on for ourselves. Yeah.
I
Oh,
gotta listen
so
to that song again,
yeah.
especially when
uh,
that part comes up. So
and in the comments here, we've got for Mandarin free. It's the pain one feels and the shame that they hold within. Yeah, truth. Yeah, with the imposter monster meaning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and yeah, yeah, you could do it along with. Yeah, there's no shame. There's no shame in it, man. It just
yeah,
we're all doing it together. Yeah.
I think
It's
I need my little soju shot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to open up mine. I don't have soju in my house, but I do have sake high.
Sake
So I'm going to
hot.
be, yeah. It is nice and pleasant and unfortunately not chilled, but I'm going to have it anyway.
Nice.
Should be chilled, but I'm still going to drink it anyway. Yeah.
At least it's disinfecting your mouth right now. So,
It's doing something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's doing all the right things. So for me, my favorite song, I've already indicated it, is What It Sounds Like. Um, Again, I'm watching on the plane,
Mm-hmm.
and the movie is turning very dark. It seems like our heroes have lost, and you got your idol playing, and then Rumi comes out with nothing but the truth and all of everything that she says, and it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mm.
um, because one thing that so you and I are not Korean American, we are Japanese American, but we can appreciate obviously Korean American culture. My kids are half Korean American. um, but there's a Japanese tradition or style of I don't know how you would call it. There's a Japanese art form
Mm-hmm.
called kintsugi,
Yes.
where you have broken pottery or broken things,
Mm-hmm.
and they are brought back together and they are made whole and beautiful again.
Yes.
and so the word choice of referring to the pieces of shattered glass and broken pieces, and then I'm butchering the lyrics or paraphrasing the lyrics. And so the imagery that these lyrics had
Mm.
of something that is broken and being brought together again, bringing these jagged pieces and bringing them into the light,
Right.
it got me emotional. It
Mm.
really got me emotional. Um, because I think as we get older, as you live life, where um, things happen, and parts of oneself may feel broken or
Mhm.
just not the same. Um, uh, I'm going to avoid getting emotional, but I'm still dealing with the grief of the passing of my father.
Mhm.
And it's been years now at this point. It's been several years or 3 years at this point. And I'm still dealing with it. And and so there are struggles that we all have, whether it's about relationships, about life, about family, about friends, about work, about other school, whatever it is, that
Mm.
are genuine struggles. And so the lyrics just hit me so hard of, how it's building, and they're building it together. They're recognizing their own struggles or the faults or the perceived shame and the baggage that they have, but they come together. and
Mhm.
and so the lyrics hit me really really hard. And then also, it's just such a badass moment when Meera is spinning her spear, and it's just like, oh my god, this is like one of the best moments I've seen all year. It's just,
Mm.
it's just like spectacular.
Mhm.
And so what it sounds like is my favorite song. And oh, also the in in different ways of write the song could have been written in a different way. Like there's a Michael Jackson song, I'll be there,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like I'll be there. It's a great song. It's a
Mhm.
timeless song. Um, but it's about presuming that if something bad happens, or that if some other person takes your heart and they break your heart, I'll
Mhm.
be there, right? But no, in this song, I'll be here. I'll dive into the fire and I'll be right here by your side. It's just, it's yeah, I'm actually gonna get emotional about this.
Mm.
It's like, no, it's not some kind of philosophical, or like, maybe I'll be there, or I'll be there probably, or I'll be there. No, I'll be here. And
Mhm.
I don't know. To me, there was something to unpack or something to celebrate about. It's not just that if something bad happens, I'll be there, but no, I'll be right here in the shit. And
Mhm.
so it was amazing to me as a lyric. I
Yeah.
don't know if we're going to get them demonetized with two bits of profanity, but yeah, that
No,
seemed like
I've
her choice.
heard worse on other YouTube. I
Well,
this is B-rated, man.
well, yeah. I mean, we're talking about what could be a kids movie. So to all the parents, I'm sorry, a little bit at least. But anyway, um,
English is a second language.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, yes. No, thank you, man. Yeah, but yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, so I've listened to that song probably every
Mhm.
freaking day, more than once, since watching the movie.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's go a little. I'm just looking at my notes and also looking at time as a bit of a um, another topic. I think what is one of the success stories of K-pop Demon Hunters, at least um, for me, is, again, it's this um, notion of something that you may think is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. right?
Yes.
That it's interesting with Golden, you actually never hear it all the way through.
Mm,
You don't hear the whole song in the movie,
right.
um, and even though they play it twice,
Hmm.
and so the songwriter EJ, I think, is just a phenomenal story here.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
you've already jumped into the rabbit hole. So with EJ, um, one of the I think songwriters, key architects of this film, had
Hmm.
done the demos for K-pop Demon Hunters that helped to get the movie greenlit. Had her own journey where she was on the Idol track, had worked for Sun Entertainment, I think, for like a decade, and then at the end of the day, they decided that she was, I guess, too old, and the time had passed, and then all that time had been invested in for
Hmm.
seemingly not. But then she had found herself with a career as a songwriter and had written a number of hits for major K-pop bands,
Hmm.
and now finds herself on this newfound type of success as the voice of Rumi, and in the biggest animated film of Netflix's history.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. There's something to celebrate as a film lover or as an adult about her journey here. Um,
For
I
sure.
don't know. Yeah. What? So I know I just was all over the place rambling about EJ, but yeah, how does her story land with you? What are your thoughts as a creative in yourself?
Yeah. I mean, as a creative, you're you always want to elevate. You
Mhm.
always want to reach the next level and have the appreciation of people liking what you do or loving what you do and having a connection to it. So hearing her going through 10 years of that rigorous training, and then all of a sudden they drop her because she's just too old. And unfortunately there's an age limit where you could be in like K-pop bands where they're not marketable anymore.
Mhm.
So it's almost like she lost her voice, which is sort of like the
Wow.
song Free. um, and then the other singer, who is it, Choi, who sang the male version of
Hmm.
it, he was a songwriter, and I guess she brought him in to just sing like the demo part. And then all of a sudden, he gets a call back because he didn't think it was going to go anywhere because he took it home. He sang the part, saying just sent it back for them to like mixed it in just to see how it flows. But then he got the call back of saying, okay, yeah, we want you to be the voice.
Mm.
And so there's a video on YouTube speculating that the song is really about their two lives as thank you notes to
Mm.
like getting our voices back and forgetting the past. So
Wow.
that's one of the like speculations out there. Like there's a deeper meaning behind it than just like two characters that have a connection within a movie with like their stripes, their demon stripes and stuff. Um, that there's a backstory behind the lyrics of that. But just to know that just because you think that everything is for naught, if you keep persevering, something will come out of it, especially if you believe that it's something that people want. But yeah, her story is so amazing, so amazing.
I didn't realize about the other singer.
Hmm.
That's really amazing. And yes, it now that you say that, it makes sense. It makes sense that both of their stories are being realized.
Hmm.
With Golden, we we barely talked about Golden here, but
Hmm.
with Golden, um, how it culminates, right? No more hiding. I'll be shining. Who I'm supposed to be. Who we're supposed to be. Um, it seems to be her story, right? She was a songwriter. She was hiding, and she wasn't allowed to be on the forefront. She wasn't allowed her shot to be a K-pop star, and now she is. Now she is. It's the first female K-pop group to be #1 ever in history. The first female band group to be #1 since Destiny's Child from nearly a quarter century ago, which is kind of disturbing to think about. That's somehow that long ago.
We old,
but yeah, we're getting old. But yeah, it's such a. You have to wonder, and I've followed her a little bit on Instagram now, but you have to wonder what's going on for her, right? It has to be such a redemption that she's got to feel, or I would hope. Yeah.
And I find like it's so ironic that within the storyline,
Yeah,
when they do play Golden, the reason why they cut the song off because she was losing her voice.
right.
Like she was like, and that's sort of like what happened in real life. Like she lost her voice because she was cut after 10 years. And then she had to go like behind the scenes and become like a real like hit song maker for other groups. But unfortunately, it's not her voice that's singing the lyrics, it's other groups doing it. So in a realistic way, she did kind of lose her voice in a way. So I thought that was kind of ironic.
You know, with the Golden song, I've watched enough of these vocal coaches like admiring what the heck is this. I've watched enough of those, and I've watched repeatedly. I don't know the name of the woman, but it's like, I know you've seen the video where there's like a bunch of people and she's like doing the song and the rest of the people are like, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, because it's like
karaoke, right?
Yes, it's like the karaoke thing, but she's singing and it's just like, what the heck is this? Well, it's a long way to get to a really unimportant thing. I gotta give a lot of sympathy to all the parents out there that are probably listening to K-pop Demon Hunters on Spotify and listening to their little kids try to hit the A5 or whatever it is. Like, it's got to be painful, but right on, man. Kudos to all the parents out there with who are suffering through Golden, and they're trying. Yes, kiddo, you're doing great.
Kind of like us with Frozen.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so on the Frozen thing, you are also the guy who got me connected to Frozen. You introduced me to that thing, and Mike, I think at that time my kids were smaller, and we were not going to movies a lot then. And then I did eventually take them to Frozen. We had a fantastic time. I think I saw it once or twice. But okay, so let's talk about that. There are a lot of parallels between this movie and Frozen, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, there's the whole in Let It Go. she's singing about how the past is in the past, and and how she isn't allowed to be who she oh man, I'm screwing up the lyrics. The sake is kicking in, man. I'm all right. I'm sorry, parents, for watching this. But
don't change the hue on your YouTube, because he is turning red.
So. Yeah, I'm turning. Yeah, that's a different movie. But there are a lot of parallels between Frozen and K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes, sure. Yes, concealing, hiding, not being true to who you are or who you're supposed to be, and even like the hairstyles a little bit of Elsa and then the main character.
Oh wow,
are kind of the same too, and even like the facial structure. It's sort of like I was like, so when I first saw it. I was like, oh man, that's Elsa. That's like an Asian Elsa. That was like my first thing. I'm like, oh man, give it a chance. So
I didn't make that connection. Okay, so let's catch up on some of the comments. With EJ, yeah, her history shows
Mhm.
perseverance, and despite never making her debut, she's never been more successful. Very few people will ever achieve the success of EJ right now.
Yes.
And her story tells me to never give up and to trust the path you are on, despite how low or despairing it can feel or be. Yeah, and things happen for a reason. You got to trust the process and what's being thought. Yeah, okay, and yeah, I'm sorry, Mandarin. I'm out of order in clicking things here. Um, yeah, but it's perseverance is grit. That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
And um, yeah, and her story is definitely reflected in Golden. And yeah, there is again this timeless nature to the movie, as we
Mm.
said, the battle against the demons, the battle against with music against the demons,
Mhm.
or the demons using music as well. And yeah,
Yep.
I absolutely can see the comparison to Encanto
Yeah.
for sure. Um, and yeah, okay, yeah, perhaps don't encourage me here. I think I'm in pretty good toasty shape. Um, all right, so we've talked about EJ. I think my last topic area here, and we can also riff on other dimensions too here.
Mhm.
Sequel. So, as the number one movie on Netflix right now,
Yep.
um, breaking so many records, also number one on Spotify.
Mhm.
It is not a surprise that there will be a sequel. I think two sequels to
Yes.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
2 and 3 have been confirmed to be done.
Um, what would you like to see in a sequel or two?
Well, I think the first one, they set it up so perfectly for sequels.
Mhm,
So you could have a prequel
mhm,
of the characters. Um, I would like to know if he really did go. Like,
mhm.
once he gave his soul, did he really go, or does he come back in some fashion? You know, because I mean, it's okay. It's like one of those things where the dynamic is so right, the chemistry between the two characters that
Yeah.
I everyone feels like that was not the way to end that relationship. That maybe there's something else there. So maybe there's something in like the Never region where like he does come back in some way or something, or I don't know. But definitely the origin stories of of the three women
Hmm.
for sure. Because I feel like the story that they had was so packed with, the history, and then you still have to tell the story of the characters and how they all fit and stuff like that. So I feel like it was perfect that they touched on just a little bit of each of the characters' origin. So you get like a hint of like, okay, now I get like a little taste of like how each person is and who they become. Because now it's setting up the stage where wow, we could really like make like really go in depth with it. And I feel like if they did more backstory on the characters, it
Hmm.
would take away from the film. It would like almost water it down in a way where it's like, okay, yeah, we get it, we get it, we get it. But I feel now, like with 2 and 3, you have so much time to like spread it out and to really understand the characters more in depth.
Do you? I agree with you on all fronts. Um, there's potentially it seems inevitable to go that backstory route. Tell
Yeah.
that to tell more of the story of different characters, which yeah, I think is actually a risk, as you said.
Hmm.
Um, there are some questions that could be ripe for a full blown storyline. did Celine kill Rumi's mom?
Mm.
We don't know who Rumi's parents are. We don't know who the demon
Yeah.
father is. We don't know who we don't know much about Rumi's mom other than she dies.
Mhm.
We know that Celine is the adopted mom. But what happened?
Yeah.
Was there a confrontation? Um, we don't know.
Mhm.
And so could it have been that Celine needed to kill Rumi's father, and then so there's a whole thing that could be there that then causes conflict between Rumi and Celine about what actually happened.
Mhm.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a gamble. It's a gamble by going back, and I
Right.
would agree. I would rather go forward. I would rather go forward with the story.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. It could be one of those things too where they do almost the same thing as the first one, where you still get snippets
Hmm.
of the backstory, but it's not like the brunt of the whole movie
Yeah.
or the majority of it. Like there's still a story plot line, but now you get even more snippets of like how they came to be, sort of thing. But I don't know. I mean, they had the recipe down to a science for this first movie,
Right.
everything. So I could just imagine what they're thinking of for the other ones.
No. Sure. 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 Um, I wasn't sure what happened in my first watch, and now I got it in the third. Um, and so I have a question with the Saja boys or with the demons. They take the soul of that individual. Okay, now this is something I liked about the finale, where the demons are all about taking the souls, the you know taking the hopes. It's essentially taking the hopes and the spirit of the person
Mhm.
away, and they seemingly die and disappear. But here in what it sounds like, they are giving themselves. The people are giving themselves to the demon hunters, to Rumi, Meera, and Zoe to battle the demon.
Mhm.
And so their souls are still intact. But now that the Hanmun is in place, is everybody still dead, or do they come back? They're missing. It's called out that they are missing. That people are missing. That
Yeah,
train is empty. Are they all dead?
like just disappear
Yeah,
because their physical bodies aren't there.
that's right. So did
I,
they come back when they sealed the Hanmun, or they?
I don't know. Because I mean, if the moon is like golden,
Right,
then it's like you can't come back.
right,
Like, and you can't cross over either way.
yeah. So
So
does that mean that
all those people,
right? I mean, did they all like die, and then like that old man who in the bathhouse who was like singing soda pop to himself, he's like dead like that. Well, that's pretty. I mean, the K-pop demon hunters are slaughtering demons, right? You see them getting cut in half in the airplane.
yeah,
It's very graphic what's
yeah,
happening. But yeah, so are they dead, or are they in some place? Like if you're a demon and you're killed, do you go back to? I don't know how this universe works.
right. Unless they open up something where it's like they go, they open it up again to like I don't know, get souls back. I don't
I
know.
don't
But yeah,
know.
I was confused. I was like, I was wondering that too. But then I just wrote it off. It's just an animated movie. I'm like,
Well,
I'm
that would
too,
be the
I'm
sane way to approach it.
yeah. But then it's sort of like, yeah, what did happen to them? I mean, you would think, okay, because you see like in some of them, like they're actually sucking the souls out, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
like the dude is like reading his phone
yes.
and they're sucking the soul, but his body is still upright looking at his phone.
Right.
So then what happens to the body? I mean,
Well, it disappears. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. But the yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to overthink stuff like that.
See,
But
so unfortunately, that's what I was doing yesterday. I'm like, what happened then? Did
so I
they
guess they're just gone. Like once
see?
this,
And that's pretty dark, man. I mean,
right? Like even that little kid in the
right?
convenience store,
Oh
like
man,
she was looking at Pop, and then all of a sudden you see like
poof. Yeah,
the figure
it
behind
drops to the
her
ground.
and drops to the. Is she gone too? I
She's
mean,
gone too, man.
oh man, that's so
Dark.
dark. I need to play Soda Pop.
Yeah, yeah. So I would like to see. So anyway, I would like. I agree with you. I would like to see it move forward. I think it's inevitable to have a Jinnu story. I think it would be hard to not do that.
Yeah.
I would be impressed if they took a bolder take of not doing that and doing something else instead.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jinnu story, yeah, seems like an
Yeah.
inevitability, inevitable, dimension.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I concur on that one.
All right. Well, anything else that we should cover here that we haven't gotten? Oh, I have a. Wait, I lost. Oh, yeah, I do have my stickers. So here's my. Yeah. Oh no, it's all blurry. Why? Come on, figure it out.
Come on. Oh.
There's Derpy. Well,
Yeah,
I got the blur on, and so it doesn't like.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
you get it. I got stickers.
Are you getting more merch? Pre-order?
Well, I am thinking about the Derpy yellow sweat hoodie. I am thinking about that for myself. I am going to the sing along event in a week or something. So, are you going to it?
Okay, I gotta look it up.
Just think about it. Think about it. All right. Okay.
I'll be by myself.
It's okay, man. I would go by myself anyway. Yeah, I'd absolutely go. I'm thinking I already have tickets. I might go twice.
I'll be that creepy old Asian dude in the back row.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Alamo Drafthouse has an even better K-pop Demon Hunter sing-along party where they are giving away merch.
Oh, really?
So you get like a sticker that says like Napalm Fit Check on it, Napalm Era Fit Check, and I think you get a ramen thing. And Yasso has my prop. Here's my gin ramen. Yeah, right there. Yeah. I just put a U on the end. But yeah. So I wish they would add more show times for that.
All right, I'll look it up. Maybe.
All right. Well, thank you, Chai Star G, for being on this live stream. Really appreciate it.
Fanboy. It's always a pleasure, especially when we connect on K-pop Demon Hunters.
And thank you for telling me, hey, you should watch this movie. Yeah. All right. Well, if you are watching live, thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you, Mandarin, obviously, for the comments, especially. If you're watching later, sorry for my potty mouth. Oh, man. See, now why do you get all the cool stuff?
Because I'm hyped, yo.
Man. Anyways, if you're watching later, thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us. Post in the comments. Would love to continue the conversation with you about K-pop Demon Hunters. What did you think of the movie? What's your favorite song? All the things that we've talked about. Post in the comments. Would love to hear from you. And we might need to do this again as we continue to think about the movie.
You should do a review of Out of the Theater of the sing-along.
That's a good idea. I might do that.
Yes.
I might do that. Yes. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for watching. This is the Fanboy Cantina. Take care. Good night.